Picard Season 1 wrapped up, and even with all of the mad, wonderful twists and turns the show concluded its inaugural season, we here at Trek Central immediately went back in time to Episode 8, wherein it strongly hinted that an ancient, all-powerful overfiend is lurking in the shadows in that oh-so-mysterious way that makes any show just that much more thrilling. We dared wonder what other ancient civilizations could pose such a threat, or wield such ineffable power. Well, boys and girls, it's time to do what Trek Central does best, and show you some of our favorites. Hey everyone, my name is Ensign Adam, and I am back. Welcome to Trek Central. Today we'll be talking about some of Star Trek's biggest and most mysterious ancient civilizations. We'll be diving into the lore, the extended canon, and also, as always, a little speculation. So keep in mind, this list is not intended to be exhaustive, but merely those few that caught our attention the most. If we miss any out, let us know in the comments. As a quick heads up, as always, this video may contain spoilers, especially for Star Trek Picard Season 1. You have been warned. And regardless of if you're a new or regular crew member, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Trek Central as we continue to deliver Star Trek content to you. The Preservers. We'll be starting off with perhaps the oldest and most influential of all the ancient civilizations, the Preservers. This civilization existed over 4 billion years before the Federation and seeded worlds throughout the galaxy with the foundation necessary for humanoid life. Which explains why most Trek aliens are humanoids. They not only left obelisks behind, 2 of which can be found on both the moon of Andoria and the Native American planet of Amerind, but also parts of a computer program within fragments of DNA, which were used to create a holographic message from the Preservers, explaining their actions to what they considered their children. The seeded humanoids, which came about in the wake of their galactic gene pool stirring. In my humble opinion, the Preservers rank highly on the best ancient civilizations, purely because their hologram was played in a TV episode by Salome Jens, later known as the infamous female founder in DS9. The Guardian of Forever. The Guardian of Forever was a time portal that was built over 4.6 billion years ago, before our sun had even formed. It was created by an ancient civilization on a planet where timelines converged, allowing it to show time periods and even allow people to step through and visit moments from the past. There have been many novels written in the Star Trek universe that feature the mysterious Guardian of Forever, and its dangerous ability to traverse the past, but it has only appeared on screen twice. Once in the original series, once in the animated series. Both times, civilizations were accidentally eradicated and needed serious work to restore. Whoops. The Taccone Empire. The Taccone are definitely the most familiar for viewers whose experience with Star Trek has begun with Picard, in which they are a dangerous presence. For those who don't know, this ancient civilization, which created synthetic life forms and created the octenary star system as a warning, was the Taccone Empire, which was first mentioned in the Next Generation episode, The Last Outpost. This was confirmed by the showrunner of Picard Season 1, Michael Chabon, on his Instagram. The Taccone Empire was an ancient civilization that existed more than 600,000 years ago, and was a massive empire with a population of trillions. As we know, they were highly advanced and were able to move entire stars, but inevitably met their downfall due to the creation of synthetic life. They used planets as outposts and utilized guardians, known as portals, to guard these outposts. We know of at least one portal that had survived the extinction of the Taccone Empire and was encountered by the crew of the USS Enterprise D. There are actually more stories about the Taccone Empire within the beta canon of Star Trek, one being particularly fascinating as it alludes to an artifact known as the Devil's Heart. An incredibly rare artifact, the Devil's Heart crashed down onto the homeworld of the Taccone, and this artifact allowed the Taccone to become a stellar empire, also referred to as the Empire of the Endless Flame. The Devil's Heart was an advanced device, created by the same people who created the Guardian of Forever, and in fact it was meant to become a second Guardian of Forever, which shows how powerful the device really was. Now, whether the Taccone in canon was formed by this devil's heart is unclear, but I could see them using this device to create their empire, and also their synthetics. With it being called the Devil's Heart, it could have easily corrupted the synthetics, creating them into the eldritch horrors we see in Star Trek Picard's Season 1 finale. Oop, there go those spoilers again. The Iconians. The Iconians were an ancient and highly advanced civilization that were known as the Demons of Air and Darkness. This title was due to their ability to appear on planets without the use of starships, which was later found out to be through the use of their gateways. The Iconian Empire seemed to exist some 200,000 years ago, presumably arising after the fall of the Taccone Empire. The Iconian Empire seems to have been far-reaching, though, as they even had outposts in the Gamma Quadrant. Extended canon expands massively into the Iconians, especially in Star Trek Online, the MMORPG set in the year 2409. In Star Trek Online, the Iconians are the main antagonist of a major story arc. Having been driven from their homes by jealous neighbor species who envied their tech, they plotted their revenge and orchestrated chaos within the galaxy in order to invade it more easily. The Iconians were responsible for an invasion by species 8472, named the Undine in Star Trek Online, from Voyager against the Alpha and Beta quadrants, and created many servitor species to aid them in their conquest. From the Shroomies, from Enterprise's silent enemy, to the Solanogen-based lifeforms from the Next Generation's Schisms. The Iconians came to be the puppet masters of Trek, pulling the strings behind many one-off aliens from many of Trek's series. The V'ger robot planet. Now, something very interesting that came up in Star Trek Picard was this synthetic alliance that was outside the galaxy and required a beacon to be constructed in order to open the door for them to gain access into our galaxy and exterminate all organic life. And one of the first things we at Trek Central thought about was actually V'ger, the massive probe from the motion picture. For those who don't know, V'ger was originally the Earth probe Voyager 6, which was sent from Earth around 1970, fictionally. In real life, only 2 Voyager probes actually got launched. This probe got pulled into a black hole and emerged in orbit of a planet of living machines. These machines then transformed the Voyager probe into the being V'ger, and sent it on its way to complete its mission to learn all that is learnable and return to its creator on Earth. Many theories have talked about whether this machine planet might in fact be a Borg world. But what if the machine planet was actually outside our galaxy and was the home planet of this synthetic alliance which threatened the galaxy in Picard? That would be an amazing way to tie in not only the Taccone Empire but also V'ger itself. I doubt that we'll get the answer to this anytime soon, as Picard Season 1 has wrapped, but it is an interesting thought. And those are just a handful of ancient civilizations within the Star Trek universe. With the inclusion of the Taccone Empire in new Star Trek stories, might we get similar revisits to previously established ancient civilizations? Let us know in the comments section if there's any you'd like to see expanded in the new Star Trek stories. Personally, I'd love more Iconians. Or even better, the Whale probe from the voyage home. And that's it for this video, and again, make sure to leave us your own 2 cents about ancient Trek civilizations in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe here on YouTube. You can also find us on social media for daily updates, or even join myself and the rest of the crew on our Discord. Check the description for the links. Captain Jack says I'm not allowed to use the Guardian of Forever to go back in time and get myself a promotion, and I really need a lot of people to help me convince him otherwise. I've been Ensign Adam, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.